Good day, guys. How you all doing? This is Nkd Smartview. So right about on the 23rd of February this 2025, a few days back, I gave the update that I was going to be giving in. It has been few days since I stated I will be giving in updates on the on the Rainbow 2 Plus as well as the Bet Ninja Bet Zero. Now the thing here is quite simple. For some months, trace it back. For some months, I've been stating the fact that you see the system of Bet Ninja for Ninja, it's simply about statistics. Do you understand me? Even if you're not on the VIP, you can join in on the regular group on WhatsApp. The group is on the link is on the description and also on the comment section on this video. I'll be dropping it there. Join into the regular group. There's also the VIP. Now the thing here as I stated is the fact that for Ninja is all about statistics. With my experience over the past 9 years, with continuity research and understanding of the system, I finally found a system whereby you can actually say that I know what for Nigeria is all about for what it's about. So that's what I'm stating. That's why I will advise you, if you are not taking what on for Nigeria with statistics, you better lay off. You head out of for Nigeria. At this stage, if you are taking on for Nigeria without statistics, you better head out. That is the reality. So that's one thing I would like to let you know. Firstly, I'll be stating 3 things in this video. This is the first. I'll go over to the second and I'll go over to the third. So you understand, if you are playing for Nigeria without statistics, you are actually making a big mistake. And that is one thing I will tell you that is much more like a revelation. Don't go into for Nigeria without statistics. In fact, with the understanding, in-depth understanding of statistics, there are some gameplays that you cannot take. You will never take it. It's just like you now knowing a particular road that every night by 7 p.m. there are always bandits, there are kidnappers there that are actively kidnapping people, and you are still passing there by 7. The only person who should pass such a road is someone who is not aware of such a situation. But you being aware, you cannot take that route. So you understand what I'm saying? That is what statistics gets to cover up for you in the game of for Nigeria. Once you understand more of statistics, you will not be making some silly mistakes that you have been making in the past, and that's just it. So let's get over now to the video. As we proceed, as I stated, I'll be talking about 3 things in this video. This is the first. Now, on the first, previously I've actually dropped the winning color strategy right here. Following that, on the 23rd, I gave the information that I'll be dropping the Bet Zero and Rainbow 2 Plus. On 24th, I've officially dropped the Bet Zero, which is a 24 point something minutes video. Following that, the Bet Zero, which I splitted into 2 sessions because it's an hour plus, which is a 33 minutes on the first video and a 34 minutes on the second video. 1 hour 7 minutes, which explains a good portion of the concept of statistics on Rainbow 2 Plus. The major thing about this is the fact that there is a mentorship class. There is a mentorship class, and in that mentorship class, it lasts usually like a week, 2 weeks or so, depending on how fast we can go. Then in that mentorship class is all about statistics. You get to understand what statistics actually gets to say. Imagine using an hour and 7 minutes, as you can see right here. Imagine using an hour and 7 minutes. This is 2 videos, 1 and 2, talking about Rainbow 2 Plus, and I was just talking about the surface for a strategy. Just the surface to implement the strategy of statistics on Rainbow 2 Plus. This is not even the entire thing on the Rainbow 2 Plus. This is just the surface of the Rainbow 2 Plus, and it took an hour and 7 minutes. Now imagine what it takes to learn the entire system of the Rainbow 2 Plus on statistics. It's not a 1 hour video, not a 2 hours video, not a 1-day session. So that is one thing to keep in mind. This 1 hour 7 minutes you are seeing here only talks about a particular system, which the strategy is actually built upon. So statistics is all about for Nigeria. That is it. Once you know statistics, you are in the favor of the game plan. That's just it right about now. So let's move over now to the second phase. Alright, now on the second phase, I'll be explaining some few things to you which you ought to know if you will continue the gameplay of for Nigeria. Now, one thing about for Nigeria is the fact that some people treat for Nigeria like they are gambling. They don't see it as a business. They don't give themselves that privilege of making profit. I've heard people countless times telling me that I want a strategy of high-low. I only like playing high-low. You are a clown. You understand me? You are a big clown. Some people will tell you that they want to play dragon. Like, how much of knowledge do you need before you understand that dragon is not even a gameplay you should venture into? So many clownery I see week after week, month after month on for Nigeria, that I understand the fact that some people, their problem is the fact that they just want to destroy their capital. They are not interested in profit. They just want to play for Nigeria for the fun of it. That is all I can say. They are not interested in making profit. In for Nigeria, all you need is profit. You don't need a system. You don't need to like any particular option. All you need is, when I see this, I make profit. Nothing like I like Rainbow 2+ the most. I like winning color. If it happens to be that the system to win is on bet zero, go on bet zero. That is why you are there on for Nigeria. You are on for Nigeria what? To actually what? Make profit, not for fun, not for the fun of it. If you like anything, you can like something outside. You can like alcohol, you can like smoking, you can like drinking. But when it comes to making money, you are in for profit, not for what you like. So you understand my idea and the concept of this all. And with that, I proceed over now to the next phase. Now, in the next phase of this, we'll be talking about the different options on the for Nigeria system, which is more better and which is what? Less in actually what's taken. Now, let's go over to that. Now, going on to the first phase, they started by, in for Nigeria, we have 6 options of gameplay generally. The number 1 is the bet for Nigeria. Now, in this system, you make a choice from 49 balls on which to appear. This form of gameplay has only a 2.04% of 100% chance to win. If you choose a single number, and taking multiple numbers to an extent becomes unprofitable, hence the option isn't a good one to venture into. Now, what I'm actually talking about is what? The bet for Nigeria, which has an odds of 7.80 or thereabout, which we are all familiar with, the very first option on the Bet Nigeria system. Now, venturing into this particular option on the long run is not profitable. Take it from someone who has been in for Nigeria for 9 years, have tried, experimented on so many things. This is actually not a good system. Even with a staking plan, with whatever system you want to put up, it's not that much of an option to go in for. Now, secondly, we have the high-low. This is one I know I don't like. Particularly, I don't like, since I started my journey on for Nigeria since 2014, 2015, thereabout. I've not really taken liking to high-low. Now, according to this, it stated that high-low, with the options available as either a high, mid, or low, you have a 33.33% chance out of 100% to win if you choose a single amongst the available options. But sometimes to take note is the high or low, much likely to occur than the mid, but with an odd of only 2.0 on high and low. It's not advisable with a winning chance of 33.33%. So you understand, this is just an odd of 2.0. And you are having just what? A 33% chance of winning. So it's not actually a good, ideal system of playing. So to venture into this, as the odds and the percentage chance to win on the long run doesn't create a decent earning. And that is it. So I don't actually mark this as a good gameplay either. Going over to the third, we have what? The dragon. Now the dragon, a gameplay much overlooked, and if you've tried to venture in, you will truly understand why. It's a no-go area in the aspect of profitability and a reliable gameplay for a long-term basics, hence it is ruled out. I don't need to explain much on the dragon gameplay. If you've actually tried it out before, you understand that it's a system that you don't even want to venture into. For no reason would you want to venture into the dragon as a gameplay. Going over to the fourth now, we have what? We have our winning color. Now, a good gameplay with decent odds to show off with 4 available options, which are the red, the green, the blue, and the no winning color. Now, odds for each individual color, which are the red, blue, or green, are 3.80 and 4.00 for a no winning color. The percentage chance of winning this to the odds is a good one, as we have an odds range between 3.80 and 4.00 and a 25% chance, because as you know, the chances of winning this is what? 100 divided by 4, which is 25% per each individual option. So a 25% chance to win. On the long run, you can create a pattern which can be profitable and still not detrimental to your account. So keep that in mind. And for the first time, I gave a good mark to an option. So keep that in mind. Now we move over to the fifth option, which is the Rainbow 2+. Now in the Rainbow 2+ selection, there is one or this is one of the most highly used options, a percentage win rate of 33.33% each draw, taking a single of either three colors, which is the blue, the red, or the green. Now, the downside of this option is the little odds of 1.50 allocated to it, but on the long run, with the application of a decent pattern and a strategy in accordance with the statistics formula, you can be in for a good gameplay following strictly with the For Naija times and periods. Never defy the statistics and you'll be good. I also mark this word as a good right now, so it's also a good gameplay. And finally, the number 6, which is the bet zero. Now, the bet zero with a percentage chance of winning, choosing a single ball out of 49 balls. The bet zero has a mediocre odd for a single ball, which, as we know, it's rather very small, 1.10 odds. But adding more to the numbers with a max available of 4 balls gives you a higher odds range, but drastically reduces the chance of success each individual draw. Hence, with a good system, you can get a profitable gameplay on the long run. Now, the major thing you should know is the fact that by every single gameplay you make using the bet zero, you have yourself around a 2% chance difference. Now, let's go over to a calculator to check what I'm actually stating right now. So, opening up the calculator app, as you know, on the For Naija, we have what? 49 balls. So, when you make a division of that, you have 100% divided by 49 what? Balls. That is 2.04 right here. 2.04 chance of winning if you only want. Choose a single ball on the bet Naija For Naija, but on the bet zero, you have what? A 2.04 minus 100. So, this is it, minus what? 100. That is what? A 97.59% chance of winning. That means out of 49 balls, if you only pick out one single ball, let's say you only pick the number 1 ball to be played each round, you have what? A 97.95% chance of winning. This does not mean that it's actually what? A holy grail. This is what? The way of winning for Nigeria. Oh, I found out the ultimate strategy. It has only just a 1.10 odds for a 97.95% chance to win. That means on the long run, if you find yourself what? On a streak of 1, let's say you are picking the number 1 to appear. On the draw, first draw you took, 1 appeared, you've lost. And you lose drastically. You tried again, 1 appeared on the next draw, you have lost again. Tried again, 1 appeared on the next draw, you have actually lost again. So this is not actually the solution out of it, because it has a high chance of winning. No, you must apply a strategy, you must apply a system that can actually on the long run make this profitable. You can win 10 straight draws on a row. That is 1.10 odds. Let's say you're making stakes with 1,000 naira. So 1,000, 10 straight draws. Number 1 did not appear. You won the entire 10 draws. Very good for you. You've made 1,000 naira. Once you lose just a single, the entire 10 draws you won has gone to waste. You've actually what? Lost it all. So you get the system now. That's just it. Now, let's say you are going on the bet zero, as I like doing on my own end. 3 balls I want to stake. That will be something of this value right here. Let's clear this out. So a 100 divided by 49, you have 2.04 times 3 balls, 6.122 minus 100. That is, you are getting yourself a 93.87% chance to win. So let's say I'm playing the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3. I get myself a 93.87% chance of winning each draw. And the more you add in balls, the more is what? Getting less percentage chance of winning. You understand what that actually means? So that's just it. But still, at the end of the day, it does not mean that having to pick out 3 balls, you get yourself a 93.87% chance to win. It means that you are successful already. No. You can actually have yourself out of 10 draws, the recent 10 draws, the numbers 1, 2, and 3 might appear up to 7 times, split differently among several options or several IDs drawn, and you will lose massively. So in every single thing, you must have your strategy, and your strategy must also have what? A risk factor. Very important. So I've actually stated all this, and you should be getting much more light from what I'm actually speaking. From the 6 options available to you, the 3 best options, I state this on the mentorship class. What I'm showing you right now is my first class on the mentorship. That is what I'm bringing over here to YouTube. This is my very first class on the mentorship class. I get to tell you the options you should leave, flee from, and the ones that what you can interact with and make money with. So this is the first tutorial on the mentorship class. The mentorship class is open to all. For enrollment, you can follow the link on the description and also the comment section of this video, and then what, you head over to WhatsApp. So let's get over now to the third phase. Now, moving on to the third phase, this is actually a view from the Nkd betting community on WhatsApp. I posted this few days ago. That was on the 21st of February, as you can see the date right here, 21st of February. And this is what I'll be sharing with you right now. So something you should understand is the fact that for Nigeria, as I've stated, it's all about statistics, strictly about statistics, and you must work with statistics. And I'll be explaining this shortly now to you. So on statistics now, one thing you will find is the fact that, let's say you're working with the color statistics. On the 100 draws, which is what this I'm actually showing right here, there is something you should know, which is the lower band and the higher band. Now, the lower band is something like this. Whenever you have a number between what, 12 to 16, there is likely a chance that that color has actually dropped to its lowest limit. What I mean is the fact that that color has actually dropped to a very low extent and needs to start recovery very shortly. A color might drop all the way from 30-something to something, next thing is dropping 20, 19, 18, 17. Once it starts getting to 16, 12, it has started getting to its what, max limit of dropping. It's not dropping down to 0. It has started what, reaching its lower band where it can drop to. Those who actually trade crypto or forex, if you use indicators, there's always what, that limit whereby an indicator can get as high or as low as before we expect something we call reversals. So this is it in this case now. In the case of Nigeria, whenever a color gets to that phase between 12 to what, 16, you should start looking in that color will start doing well shortly. So keep that in mind. Now following that, you have what, the higher band. Now the higher band is between a 35 to a what, a 42. What this means is the fact that once a color starts approaching this limit, you should start looking in to run away from that color. So let's say you are playing your gameplay 2+ on a color, it started going higher, gets to 35, you have started what, feeling the need to leave, but it's still appearing. For 35, 36, 37, 42. Once you get here, you have gotten yourself a winning color strategy. What do I mean by that? According to what you know in my winning color strategy, I pick out what, the no winning color, a single color followed by another color. But the reason why you cannot simply work with just because a color is at 42 or 35, I want to start playing with winning color, is because it is much more advanced than this. Those who are actually on the VIP or the mentorship understands this. A color can be as high as this 42 and still not be dropping that low to give you a winning color. That is why you have to what, make use of also the 24 hours what, statistics. So that is it. Confluence in the system. Make use of 1, 2 to get yourself a better chance of winning. In fact, 1, 2, 3. In many cases, I do that. I will make use of this. I will add this to it. I will add this to it, and I get myself what, a better strategy. And that's just it right there. So following up with that now, we have what, ourselves, a green on 16, lower band, red on 41, higher band. So what I'm expecting is the fact that green should start what, appearing. Start appearing. This was by 8:30 p.m. I got this screenshot here. Why red should start what, dropping. And following up with that, we went all the way to 9 p.m. and this was what, 30 minutes later. This screenshot is on my gallery right here, and okay, the date, the time is not here. I would have actually showed that in. So this was 30 minutes later, exactly by 9 p.m. By then, what did you see? This was 16 before, it's now on 26. This was 41 before, it's now on 31. It's dropping. So this one got to the lower band and started rising. This got to the higher band and started dropping. So you understand what I'm saying? That is the system. Then when you check in to what has been happening so far, as you know, red got to higher band. We're expecting red to start what, dropping, while green should start what, going up. And checking out on the statistics, what we found here was quite very simple. So you can get this right here. Quite very simple. We had what, so much winnings of 2+ on green. Green 1 here, green 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. This was the only ones and the only what, 2 times we saw green not giving us a 2+, while red was going down exceedingly badly. Here we had 2+, red, no red, 2+ red, no red, no red, no red, no red, 2+, 2+, 2+ red. So for 3 straight draws or 3 straight draws, red did not give us a 2+, and at that stage it has started falling as low as this. This was 31 and lesser and lesser and lesser. So that is what to keep in mind there. I explained something below here. I explained something below here. What I said was the fact that 2 plus green, 8 out of 10, as I stated now, in the last 10 games, a guaranteed win by statistics. So if you have followed statistics, when green became 16 and red became 41, it was actually 42 at a stage before I started this screenshot. You will have what? Gotten the opportunity to start staking on this, but you don't rush it. There's likely a chance that from 16 it's going down to 12. So you don't rush it. You wait for confirmation, and most of the time, to confirm that, you have to make use of your last 10 draws as well as get a confirmation from your 24-hour statistics. You don't just rush it. That is something to take note of. So as I stated, Bet Nigeria for Nigeria is 100%, I repeat, 100% all about statistics. This is a revelation given which takes the luck out of the picture. You don't need to work with luck when you're working on statistics. You work with the knowledge you have. So if you are not using statistics to play the game of Nigeria, you are only trying out your luck, and I guarantee you that. That is just it. So the idea, the knowledge of what statistics made it to be that immediately I saw this right now, two things came to my mind: play green, blue, and no winning color on a winning color, giving me a 75% chance to win, because red should flop hardly, very badly. Then number two, I should also start staking what? The green 2 plus, which if I have done that, you can see it did what? Exceedingly well in the next 10, 15, 20 draws. So very important, you note that. For Nigeria is all about statistics. It's all about what? Statistics. So let's get on now to the next phase. Alright, following that, I stated something which was to complement that. I stated that after this statistics setup as seen above, there was only one thing to do, and that is to look into the 24 hours, confirm that the green is about to flip or very close to, and that's a 100% guarantee for a rainbow 2 plus. So this was what I was stating earlier on, is the fact that what? You don't just jump in, you have to wait for a confirmation. So the confirmation is alright, this particular color now is good to go in for a 2 plus, and then you start. Because if it is not, that red that was on 42 can start dwindling and rising. It can go down to 38, come back to 41, while the same green, which was already on 16, can go down to 12 before it starts what? Rising. And between that time, if you are playing 2 plus, you might have 3, 4 times whereby that green will still fail, despite it being as low as 16. It will still fail, exhaust your capital before it will start rising. So that is one thing to take note of. So let's continue. For at least 10 to 15 draws with an 80% to 90% win rate per each draw. And the reason why is simple. It in a bracket, once a color reaches the statistics level 100 draws at 35 to 42, this is the upper band, it has likely topped and soon to begin falling massively. You should look to play against such colors. And also, once a color is well low as 12 to 16, the lower band, on the 100 draw statistics, you should look to have a good game on rainbow 2 plus after the confirmation, or winning color by confluence. That's what I stated above there, by confluence, winning color. Now, many more information that would only be unveiled by research into the statistics. I would say without statistics, you are on a huge gamble on the game of Nigeria. As anyone who was into playing red after the statistics, you get what I showed you earlier on. Anyone who decided to play a 2 plus red without looking into that statistics, he would have fumbled his bag. He would have messed up his account very, very badly. So after the statistics set up above was very prone to fail on all the angles, and the study of statistics would have let you know red was a no-go at the point in time. Once again, I will say without statistics, stay off from Nigeria completely off. So like what I stated at the earlier phase of this video, is like knowing a road where there are always bandits, kidnappers by 7 p.m. and you are still passing there. As someone who has knowledge that such a thing happens, that is a very foolish move. And someone who doesn't have knowledge, you only want to become a victim. So that is just it. Statistics will make you not to become a victim to some very unnecessary scenarios in the game of Nigeria. Anyone who knows about statistics can never, and would never see such a thing like this and say he wants to put head for green, for red I mean. You can never see such a statistic setup and put your head in to be devoured. You can never do that. Once you see such a thing like this, you should know that red is against you and you flee from color red. That's just it. So it's a simple setting that if you work with, you would know. One major thing is the fact that unlike many other analysts, I put my time, my dedication into this system. I tend to put in the passion into this system. I don't play with luck. I research, I continually research. So that is one thing that I would say differentiates me from the rest of analysts. I'm not saying I'm the best, but at least when you talk about for Nigeria, those high and up there, I will actually say yes, most definitely I'm there. 9 years, 10 years experience in the system is not a 2 days something. I don't just randomly play. I research like as if this is a company I want to partner with. So you have to research in depth, and I research to make profit, exploit the system. I'm not trying luck. I'm not looking into build a bag. I'm not taking in 100,000 and start playing 10,000 per draw, looking to make it 300,000 to draw and run away. I see this as something of consistency. I want to make money. Every single time I come into the gameplay, I want to make profit. I want to end with a profit. And if I look into the gameplay and it does not look profitable, I am leaving for that period and returning later. I don't force things in the system. That's why if you have good idea of the system, there are 3 things that is open to you. Once you come into the gameplay, you check out winning color, you don't see a setup. You check out Rainbow 2+, you don't see a setup. You move over to bet 0. We are not hindered by any single option. Nothing like I like playing Rainbow 2+. I come in, there is no game, I leave out. I try back later, there's no game, I leave out. I come back again, no still game. I force myself to lose my capital. I lose every single thing because I must play. No. In-depth research of the statistics will always give you an option, available option at every given time. Once you enter in, you are either playing your winning color, you are playing Rainbow, or you are playing bet 0. Those are the 3 available options. There must always be something for you to do. So very important you note this. So let's get over now to the next phase. Now on this next phase, it was a live gameplay that I conducted on the 22nd of February 2025. Now what I did here was the fact that I came on, I stated the fact that we are having a setup. The setup here on the 100 draws, we are having green and red doing what I call the flip. Now the flip is when 2 colors are trying one to supersede the other, one to go higher than this other one. That's a flip. That was on the 100 draws. And on the 24 hours, the same red was battling against blue. Now, when a single color is battling against 2 colors, it's prone to win massively or fail massively. That is the thing. It is prone to win massively or fail massively because on the 100 draws now, here is your color red. It's battling with the color green. On the 100 draws, on the 24 hours, this is the same color red battling with the color blue. So on all grounds, it's having a battle to fight for what? Dominance. That is what flipping is all about. Who is actually going to dominate? And following up with that, I gave a test. And this was the test here. Current 24 hours draw on the 24, on the Bet Nigeria for Nigeria color. Flip between blue and red. Then following that, I stated something. Now, I stated that I told to the community, go and check out the system. Game now and follow my prediction. If red flips both on the 100 draws and 24 hours, the red would appear massively. You understand? Read this very, very importantly. Massively. Rainbow 2+ from the ID 4819472. So that was ahead of here. This is 4819469. So 3 draws after this. For up to 10 to 15 draws, and if both flips red, then red will fail massively. So you understand what I stated earlier on. I said that whenever a color is flipping on 2 grounds, either it fails massively or it performs exceedingly well. So following up with that, I said hence playing winning color on the blue green and no winning color. That is if red fails on both grounds. So following up with that now, a few minutes later, I was like, check this out and follow up. I will consider a live trading session. That was in the community. And following up with that now, we went over now to what? The 24 hours. By then, you can see what has happened right now. The color red has actually what? Gone below blue. So blue on the 24 hours has what? Has flipped the color red. And as I stated here, blue flipped red on the 24 hours, but on the 100 draws, a flip hasn't occurred. So we have to wait. So you understand, this is the period of waiting. Very good. And following up with that now, we went over to the next phase. This was a few minutes later. Green was the highest on 161, while these others were on 158, 158. Green is now 163. Blue has flipped green, red is the smallest. Now I stated that now on the 24 hours, blue has flipped red and green. On the 100 draws, red has flipped green. So red only failed on 24 hours, but on what? On the 12 hours, it has actually what? Gone on the 100 draws. I mean, it has gone above what? Green. And something to also find out is the fact that at a very given stage, blue being the highest now, which it was the 158 to 158 to green on what? 161, means that blue also flipped green. That means green has what? Started dropping. So what I said was that blue, red, and no winning color for the next few draws. Then from ID 481, 9484 starts taking on red, blue, no winning color. You understand that system? Because I've taken out the color green at this stage. And also, don't forget what I stated earlier on. This red, you understand? So if red flips both on the 100 draws and 24 hours, the red will appear massively. Rainbow 2+. That was what? The expectation. Now, the expectation was what? Red flipping green on the short term, which is 100 draws, and on the 24 hours is the higher term, red flipping blue. Now, eventually, red flipped green on the 100 draws, but on the 24 hours, red did not flip blue, but blue flipped green. So, green now was on the part of failure. You understand what I'm saying? Was on a part of what? Of failure. So in that case, when we look further to the thing, our red 2+ was what? Was now valid. It was valid because red got to what? Flip out green. Then also blue flipped out what? Green. So green now has become flipped on 2 grounds. And as I stated, whenever a color is flipped out on 2 grounds, it what? It gets itself what? Demoted. And following up with that, let's go over now to check what happened the next following draws. Now, following that, we have what? This happening. We had ourselves, as we stated, we are supposed to play 2+ red from the ID what? 4819472. 4819472. So let's talk about 472 right here. This was now the statistics few draws later. 72 had passed, 73 has passed, all the way to ID 86 right here. So even before the ID 86, which was around 15 draws later, we've had red doing so much. But I did not drop the screenshot here, unfortunately, because I did not have it. But all the way from the ID 86 to ID 95, which is 10 draws, we had what? Red giving us a 2+, failed here. Okay, I mean, we had ourselves, sorry about that. For the system, red here 2+, red here 2+, 2+, no 2+, 2+. So we got ourselves a 9 out of 10 here for the red. And now I stated something here, the fact that for records, gameplay began from ID 4819484, so somewhere around below here. And if you had ID 4819495, which is the ID up here, 12 draws total. And if you staked on red, blue, and no winning color, you won 11 out of 12 games. So you understand, earlier on I stated at this given stage was the fact that what? We are to stake on blue, red, and no winning color for the next few draws. That was what? Exactly from the ID 484 right here. So staking on all that was this result I showed here. Then for the 2+, you also saw that I pointed out red, 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 no red, 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 red in 9 out of 10. A very good gameplay for the 2+, and also what? A very perfect gameplay for the winning color. Green was doing exceedingly badly at a very given stage. We only saw green what? 1 once here, and that was it all. It started dropping 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, none here, 1 here, 2 here, 2 here, and that's it. So if you are playing the winning color, red, blue, and no winning color, you had yourself a very good gameplay. And following up with that now, that's exactly how effective you become once the system of the statistics is understood. Also, red 2+ as stated filled the entire screen. A good gameplay also. Bet Nigeria for Nigeria is 100% about what? Statistics. And if you don't have insight into statistics, leave for Nigeria. Our advice: anything not statistics is a try your luck scenario. So this is the availability now to join in the VIP, and this is also what? For the mentorship classes. And following up with that, I stated that draws later, this was still what? As you know, we ended on the ID 495 above there. This is ID 496, this is ID what? 505. We are still on what? Our red 2+, red 2+, 1, 2+. And as I told you earlier on, is the fact that whenever a color flips on both grounds, it's going to what? It's going to do very massively on the long run. So that was it, and that is what the system right about here. And even following up with that, even as ID what beyond ID 505 to ID what 514, we still had red 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus. So all the way from ID 472 to ID 514, that is what a total of around 57 games. You had red 2 plus up to 52 times. You understand? So imagine playing yourself 1,000 naira on Rainbow 2 Plus and winning what up to 50 something times on a gameplay, simply because you follow the statistics. You saw a flip as blue flipped out green, then 161 to 158. Blue later became what 164, green became 163. The flip continued. Before you know, red also flipped, because at this stage whereby red has started what dominating, red also got to flip out blue. And now on 100 draws, red was doing well. On 24 hours, red flipped out both blue and both green, and it was on top. At that stage, it started what exceedingly doing better than the rest. So for Nigeria, I will state, and I will state it again today, tomorrow, even till the day that the game comes crashing down, if it will ever crash down. It's all about statistics. Know that and have peace. So that's actually the entire system, and that was where I stopped for what the system of the gameplay that day. So that's just it, and that's all I have to pass on as an information now. The mentorship class continues. The VIP is also there. As you can see, I've bombarded the VIP with strategies, both the winning color, the bet zero, and also the Rainbow 2 Plus. So when it comes to Nigeria, you are actually in the right place if you're on Nkd Smartview. I'm not part of those try your luck analysts who come online, put 1 million in, start flipping, making 100,000 per game, wanting to flip the amount to 200,000. I play consistent gameplays. I can start up a gameplay by 12 noon, play all the way to 12:30, 1 p.m. on a live video. Go and check my videos. Some of my videos are 30 something minutes long, 40 something minutes long. I will show the process. I don't just come and perform some few magic trick, get off, and you understand. I don't do all those. So a very good day to you all. I remain Nkd Smartview.